Breaking News 2017.
U.S. President Donald Trump has dropped decades of U.S. policy that the Israeli-Palestinian conflict should be resolved by a two-state solution. At a news conference with Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu, Mr. Trump promised to deliver a great peace deal, but said both sides must compromise. The Israelis and Palestinians have had no substantive peace talks since 2014. In the conference, Mr. Trump also asked his visitor to hold off on settlement building for a little bit. Israel has approved thousands of new homes in West Bank and East Jerusalem settlements since Mr. Trump took office last month. Embassy issue. The Israeli government is hoping for better relations with the White House after 8 years of friction with the former Obama administration. At Wednesday's press conference, neither leader committed explicitly to back a future independent Palestine, a long-standing bedrock of U.S. policy. What is the two-state solution? A two-state solution to the decades-old conflict between Israelis and Palestinians is the declared goal of their leaders and the international community. It is the shorthand for a final settlement that would see the creation of an independent state of Palestine within pre-1967 ceasefire lines in the West Bank, Gaza Strip, and East Jerusalem, living peacefully alongside Israel. The UN, the Arab League, the European Union, Russia and, until now, the US routinely restate their commitment to the concept. Reconsidering the two-state solution. Gray line. So I'm looking at two states and one state, said Mr. Trump. And I like the one that both parties like. I'm very happy with the one that both parties like. I can live with either one. I thought for a while that two states looked like it may be the easier of the two. To be honest, if Bibi, Mr. Netanyahu, and the Palestinians, if Israel and the Palestinians are happy, I am happy with the one they like the best. He said it would ultimately be up to the parties themselves to reach a peace agreement. Mr. Trump was also asked about his election promise to move the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, which could have serious implications for any peace negotiations. As far as the embassy moving to Jerusalem, I'd love to see that happen, Mr. Trump said. And we're looking at it very, very strongly. We're looking at it with a great care, believe me. And we'll see what happens. When he was asked about a two-state solution, Mr. Netanyahu said he wanted to focus on substance and not labels. There are two prerequisites for peace, said the Israeli Prime Minister. First, the Palestinians must recognize the Jewish state. Second, in any peace agreement, Israel must retain the overriding security control over the entire area west of the Jordan River. Palestinians' warning. It was the two leaders' first face-to-face meeting since Mr. Trump's victory in the 2016 presidential election. A retreat from U.S. backing for a two-state solution would upend decades of American, and international, policy embraced by Republican and Democratic administrations. On Tuesday, a senior White House official signaled a potential policy shift by saying peace did not necessarily have to entail Palestinian statehood, and that Mr. Trump would not try to dictate a solution. The report alarmed Palestinians, who urged the White House not to abandon the goal of an independent Palestinian nation. If the Trump administration rejects this policy, it would be destroying the chances for peace and undermining American interests, standing and credibility abroad, Hanan Ashrawi, a senior member of the Palestine Liberation Organization, said in response to the U.S. official's remarks. Accommodating the most extreme and irresponsible elements in Israel and in the White House is no way to make responsible foreign policy. More than 600,000 Jews live in about 140 settlements built since Israel's 1967 occupation of the West Bank and East Jerusalem, land Palestinians claim for a future state. The settlements are considered illegal under international law, though Israel disputes this.
Breaking news. Please subscribe.